Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Intuitive Connections with Liz. I'm Liz. I'm here to do a reading for the sign of Libra from now until the end of 2025. This is going to be a recent past, present, and near future from now until the end of 2025 for the sign of Libra. First and foremost, I am a evidential medium and psychic medium before I came to the world of tarot. So, although the general knowledge of the cards of tarot are in the background, in the forefront, all of the cards will be read from a psychic impression standpoint, and we will build a story as we go on from there. So, let me clear the energy. Please watch your ears. And 1, 2, 3. So it is. All right. Call on all the guides, deities, spirit guides that are in the path of the energy of Libra at this time. We are looking for the recent past, present, and near future for the sign of Libra from now until the end of 2025. And first thing that we are going to pull is the recent past. For the sign of Libra, we ask for the most good, the information and guidance that we receive, and so it is. For the sign of Libra, recent past, let's get on with it. Oh, they said you don't have to try, Missy. We got Queen of Wands and Temperance. Let's go with present future. Present energy. The present energy for the sign of Libra. It's present energy. The now energy. A change. We got the Tower upright. For the near future, for the sign of Libra, near future. Do I feel like yeah, that feels right. For the sign of Libra, near future. Oh my God, that's really weird. That was the past for Virgo is the future for Libra. Whoa, same exact cards. Okay, so we're going to clarify and then build the story. But for the recent past, for Libra, we have King of Wands with Temperance. And for the present energy, we have the Tower. And for the near future, we have Judgment and Three of Cups. For me, this Judgment usually feels like divine judgment, if you can see this card. But we're going to go ahead with clarifiers and we'll build the story from here. So let's go to recent past spirit. We would like to clarify. That felt weird. Why was I doing that? Okay. Recent past for the sign of Libra. Let's get with it, spirit. Clear these cards. We're going to clarify the recent past for the sign of Libra, spirit, please. And thank you. Define the recent past for the sign of Libra. Let's build this story, spirit. And give us more. For the sign of Libra, recent past. Build us more. For the sign of Libra, recent past. Which way? Sideways. Seriously? Sideways? Sideways. Alright, let's build this story. So, for the recent past for the sign of Libra, we have King of Wands upright. So, sitting in your passion and being strong in your passion in the recent past. Having to be balanced and keep the peace in your passion. Excuse me 1 second. I had an entire deck fall. Give me 1 second. Good Lord. Oh, I feel like that's a message. I'm going to show you. So I have an oracle deck that I'm building that I haven't built yet. But this fell on top of this whole deck. I'm going to take a pause and read it to you. Loyalty becomes codependency when it hinders your spiritual growth. Again, loyalty becomes codependency when it hinders your spiritual growth. And my dog is whining, so that probably means something. Okay, let's build this story. So you're having to keep the peace about your passion that you're already standing in. You've been giving, and you have High Priestess in reverse. You've been giving, but there's been secrets around you. So we got Page of Swords sideways. New ideas, but someone's manipulating the new ideas. Whoops. Settling of energy, union, balance, and settling energy twice. So you're in the recent past, my dog just stole a piece of candy. So in the recent past, after knowing your passion and having to keep the peace, why are you having to keep the peace? Oh my God, I feel like this all relates. Hold on a minute. Okay, because we got this. Loyalty becomes codependency when it hinders your spiritual growth, right? But your cards, so your King of Wands, you're strong in your passion, right? But you're having to keep balance in your passion. Why? You're giving, but I think you've been giving to the point that it's hindering yourself, right? Why did this card pop out? I think that's what that means in your recent past. You've been giving to the point that it's you've been giving to the point that there's something going wrong here for it in the recent past. There's secrets that caused harm. There's secrets. I'm building the story. Give me 1 second. There's secrets. You have a thirst for knowledge and new ideas, but your thirst for knowledge and new ideas are going sideways, and all you can think about is settling the energy. Oh my God, this is so Libra. This is so Libra. This is so and I have some things happening with my body right now. My mouth is very, very dry all of a sudden. It's like whatever, giving to the point that it's taking my energy. Okay, I'm going to move on to the present energy. Your new ideas are stagnant in the recent past. You've been disconnected to your intuition. You're having to settle the energy because you didn't listen to your intuition. And it's twice. Look, twice in a row. Because these came out sideways. Settling energy. Constantly settling energy. Constantly. And not listening to intuition after giving too much. Giving the peace about your passion, and giving of yourself. Not listening to your intuition. To the point of your ideas going sideways and you having to just balance energy. That's what it says over and over. Okay, let's go on. So your present energy. All right. All the guides and deities in Libra's path at this time. Libra needs to get advice and information on present energy. There's a tower here. Something fell apart after all of that. Constantly trying to keep the energy balanced in the recent past, over and over again. And then there's a tower. So what is this tower? What is this tower? More for the sign of Libra. More on this tower, please. And a little bit more, please. A little bit more, please. I feel like I need to keep that and this fell sideways. Okay. So everything, the towers change. This had to fall apart. Whatever happened in this recent past, it had to fall apart because it was becoming codependent. It was hindering your spiritual growth. This says hinders your spiritual growth, and you got the high priestess in reverse in your recent past, not listening to your intuition. So whatever loyalty you were keeping and that you were giving, how much you were giving of yourself, in the end you kept having to balance energy because of giving way too much, right? um, but you the tower, this in the current energy, a tower happened, right? Now you have self-discipline. Let me keep going with this. That might change, but still past resentment and needing to make amends, and this came out sideways. Selflessness and integration. So integrating, let me go back and build the story. There was a tower moment. This had to fall apart in order, but there's some self-discipline. You might have gotten a little too strict for a moment, just for a split moment. After this tower, you might have gotten too strict with yourself to the point of not having direction. But then right after that, you're still having past resentment and needing to make amends. And then there's selflessness and integration. I definitely need to see these to figure this out. You have an offer of abundance, choosing happiness, and a resistance to change. But why is there a resistance to change right now? Okay, let me go back and build the story. So after this tower happened, it's like you got so strict with yourself. I don't know. Okay, so the Chariot reversed. This almost feels like OCD. You have the tower. You're trying to control so much. And you know you need to forgive and make amends. This almost feels like OCD the way this is for me. But there needs to be integration of selflessness. And then there's an opportunity, but there's a need for realignment, and you're still carrying baggage. So whatever this was, you're still carrying baggage in this present day on it. Right now, you're still carrying baggage, but we still have the future to go to. I don't want to get stuck on that. There was some loyalty that came to the point that caused some codependency, that you kept having to balance energy, and then it all fell apart, right? But you got so strict with yourself to the point of almost like an OCD kind of situation, right? And you knew there needs to be integration, right? But you're still thinking about the situation that happened, even though you have an offer. This offer is getting lost in the mix. Do you see this? You see how this is lined up? This offer is getting lost in the mix here. Because you're still carrying the baggage. You're still withdrawing and a need for realignment. Okay, let's define the near future, Spirit. Let's go ahead and define the near future for the sign of Libra. The near future here. I know, my dog's like. So the near future, we have Page of Cups with the Eight of Cups and the Sun. So there is a divine in the near future. There is a divine judgment that is going to be coming in, and you're going to leave behind the need for this collaboration. So this collaboration, everything that Libra's been reflecting on, to the point of OCD, that you forgot about an offer that you've had. You weren't able to concentrate on that offer because there's still a misalignment that needs to be balanced out from this. It's mainly like a letting go. But then the divine came in and made judgment and said, no more collaboration. There's no need for that anymore. You have Page of Cups. You have intuitive messages coming to you, right? You have intuitive messages coming to you, leaving behind. Eight of Cups. You're leaving it all behind for your joy. You have the Sun in the near future. Whoops, sorry. The Sun in your near future, Libra. So yeah. So in your near future, divine judgment is coming in and saying, listen, Libra, don't worry about collaborations anymore. Listen to your intuitive messages that you're getting. There's a surprise coming in. There's new, something that fulfills your heart coming in. But it's new. It's brand new. It's a new thing. Something new that fills your heart is coming in, and you're leaving behind finally when this new, okay, divine, I have to do this and build the story. Divine judgment comes in and says, no more collaborations. Quit worrying about collaborations. You have a new offer, a new passion coming in. Once you leave behind all of this, Eight of Cups, you will have the Sun, complete fulfillment, your dream fulfillment, all of it. What is this dream fulfillment? Let's see if Spirit will tell us. What is this new dream fulfillment for Libra? Spirit. What is the Sun? The Sun is routine, hard work, Knight of Pentacles. It feels like a new job, a new responsibility. More? Everything you've wanted in a new job. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, you're manifesting. Page of Pentacles, manifesting a new job. Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, something new opportunity, development, ambitions, desires. And then you got King of Swords in reverse, quiet power, inner truth. Which could you, now be very careful. That's what Spirit's saying, right? Your fulfillment is coming in. Everything you want. You're leaving in the near future. You're going to leave all this mess behind. And then everything you want, an offer of everything you want is coming in. It's a new offer. A new that fills your heart. Something new for your heart, right? And it's work related or abundance related. And it's a foundation related, right? It's hard work. Very hard work. You're manifesting it. Page of Pentacles. Right? But you've got King of Swords in reverse. It feels like to be very careful, right? When you get this, what this feels like is that when you get this opportunity, right? When all this comes in, it's everything you wanted, right? But there's a warning with the King of Swords in reverse. There's a warning that with all this power, you could. It says misuse of power. What is it called? Like being too much in the ego. I can't tell you what to do, but the suggestion from your guides and from Spirit for Libra is don't be careful when you get everything you want and you've worked so hard for it and you've got it there. And excuse the way that I use my words, but this is the way I'm going to say it. Don't get on your high horse. Be very quiet. Keep all this abundance quiet within yourself. Don't be too flamboyant with it. And that's where we go. That's your reading. That feels really good. It's a little rough in the beginning. It has something to do with OCD, codependency, right? Getting past that, letting it go. But I think that in the near future, you won't have a choice. Divine's coming in and making a judgment and making you realize no more collaborations, to do it on your own. But once you get it, don't let the ego screw it up for you, basically. Okay, Libra, let's get you an oracle message And we'll call that a reading from now until the end of 2025. Then I'll be back at the new year, 2026, and we'll keep going for the new year and see where you go, Libra. That was a good reading. It's a good reading. Let's just be careful, you know? Don't try to have control so much. Is basically what the overall message seems like too much. Either way, divine timing's coming in the near future to help give you a chance to move on from all this. Take the chance. Be careful with it. And your oracle card is, I cannot believe this. Every single sign has gotten this card that I've used this deck on. And I have shuffled and shuffled these. That is wild. Okay. And also, if you think about it, this is the numbers of the new year. It's all ones. Wild. Wonders. Life is a beautiful journey filled with countless wonders and joys. Embrace it with open arms. Savor every moment. And let the positive energy flow through you, bringing you closer to the essence of happiness. Okay, Libra, that's your reading. And I'll see you at 2026 and sending you so much light and love. I hope that this helps and see you soon. Much love, Libra.